Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit.
Living in Long Beach, we also grew up around a huge population of Samoan folks. Who, in my opinion, you know, nicest motherfuckers. Like, Samoans are some of the nicest motherfuckers, but if you fuck with them, the whole family's it's on and cracking. But they're gentle giants, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I've never met a Samoan person I didn't like. I'm gonna just keep it real. But talk to me about, you know what I'm saying, SOS maybe, and then growing up with the Samoans.
That's what was so particular and beautiful that I loved about my city in Long Beach, because every race has something to bring. Yeah, you know, and the Samoans it wasn't Long Beach without Samoans. Exactly. You feel me? It ain't Long Beach without the Mexicans. It ain't Long Beach without the white boys out there. It ain't Long Beach without the blacks. That's us. You feel me? And each one of them is a part of us. And yeah, I love the Samoans, man. Gentle giants, just like you said, man. And I may be 5'7", but I got my Samoa homies behind me that's 6'2" and 300 plus pounds. When I moved out here to Vegas and I got a job as a building engineer, I worked at the Gold Spike and Casino, and I went in there and I was wearing all my Pittsburgh hat and shit, and I just happened to bump into all the security there are Samoans, you know, and he looked up, he was like, "Man, you wearing that Pittsburgh gear like you from 20s." And I told him, I said, "Well, shit, you wearing that rag on your head like you from SOS." And just so happened that motherfucker was from SOS and I was from 20s. You feel me? And that's life. You know, we grew up, we both grew up on the streets gang banging, but he making money now, taking care of his family, working. I'm doing the same thing. You feel me? We honest, regular motherfuckers out there in society. Ain't no difference between the way I wipe my ass and the way he wipe his. You feel me? The only, you know, but I love to see the journey as men, from kids, adolescents, being taught wrong, you know, learning wrong from right. And that's why I tell people, I don't care about who you was when you young. Who are you today? Did you learn from your mistakes? Because if you ain't learned from your mistakes and you the same person you was when you was young, that's a problem. But see, we all grow up taught a lot of things different. One of my white partners, Casey, told me that I grew up. He said gangs for white people is racist gangs. You know, he was from the high desert in Victorville area. And he said, when we joined the gang, our gangs are skinhead gangs. He said, so we didn't know no better about being taught hate the blacks and Jews and all this other shit. He said, but as I grew older, I learned to find out that my own kind can fuck me just as bad as the rest of the motherfuckers. And so I treat everybody accordingly to how they treat me. That's it. That's the ascension how people supposed to be. I don't care you was born and raised a race and every races or whatever. You learn as you grow up that shit ain't cool. And you supposed to change the way you think accordingly. That's how you grow up as a human being and a man.
Yep. Damn, man. You spent some game tonight, dog. I love this shit, homeboy. Really appreciate you dropping that knowledge.
I apologize. I missed the last I really did. I was telling all my partners, man.
It's all good, homeboy.
You know what I mean?
We're here now, so it's all gravy.
Exactly. I tell people I work hard at everything I do, you know, and I try and succeed and I lead by example. I show motherfuckers if my old ass can get out there and do it. People know who I was in the street. And for me, when I used to be like, who's the craziest of the craziest? You know what I mean? And so to see a brother like me from the street gang bang the fuck out, do a 190, but not forget where he came from, but do a 190 and find out who you're supposed to be. Grow up, get your intelligence, your knowledge, take care of your family, then come back and help the people that you grew up with.
That's what it's all about. Full circle like that.
Yeah. That's why you still yelling Long Beach. That's why you still representing Long Beach out there. Yeah. You know, it don't look like it, but that little bit of change that we do is what we supposed to do. It's our function in this damn matrix. You know, do your job.
Yeah. I've been all over the world, been to beautiful cities, beautiful countries, but Long Beach is my favorite city in the whole wide world, man. Nothing like it.
It's the people there, man. I tell people it ain't where you at, but who you with.
Yeah.
And in Long Beach, it is not only is it a beautiful city, but it's the people in there that make that city. And when you get to understand that blend, I tell people, I said, we a suburb of LA, but we not LA. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. It's totally different here. And that's why when I got to the feds and the SA homie sent me that care package to show me this how we used to be in the 80s, that was that real shit.
That's that Long Beach
shit. That real shit. That's that Long Beach shit. You know, I meet so many people from different walks of life. I tell people I probably met 1 billion people in my fucking lifetime. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And in meeting these billion people, I take a little bit from each one. Yeah. And so the person who I am today is a simulation of all the billion people who I met. So usually I may be speaking, but like I said, I'm speaking for those billion people. Each one of them gave me a piece. Like I said, when I bring shit up that niggas don't want to talk about, but my homeboys, if my little homeboys hit me from South Carolina and from Mississippi and say, you need to be talking about this, you damn right I need to be talking about this because it's time to bring this out. And the platform to bring it out is Dusty Vision because he going to let you get up on here and speak about the real stuff. You feel me? And only in bringing the real out can you find the real way to fix this. You feel me? It's like with all this violence going on in the society. Mm-hmm. You know, if we come together, we'll fix whatever problems we have. The only problems we have is because they have us all fighting with each other, you know? But when we come together, it's just like why they dislike people who bring the people at employments together. We got to get rid of them because now you have all the employees together. They can ask for a raise. They can strike. We don't need that shit. You feel me? So they've been having us all fighting with each other so we can't be in union together. And, you know, and it's time to end that. The moment we end that, we end our problems. Because we'll get the things that we want changed and we can go back to our regular routine again.
Come on. It's just you and me. School is in session, baby, but I don't play. I know you wanted to go to recess, but I take that away. What? Understand I'm the man, even if you had a plan. If you make 200,000, I'm keeping 100 grand.
Wait a minute.
Because I'm pimping you, bitch. This is America, so why not get rich? When you're searching for your music, you're playing my station. I'm 2 steps beyond, maybe that's the fascination.
1 + 1 = 2. I'm talking you and me, you talking me and you. When we come together, we be feeling absolute. We put one in the air and be feeling so cool. Ooh, ooh.